Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. I hope you guys are returning viewers, but if not, I hope it's your great first time for you. I'm starting something brand new with this series right here, and I'm doing tarot readings based on our life path numbers. We're going to specifically dig into the life path numbers, what that means for you, how that either connects to your past, present, or future timelines. I'm using the Golden Botticelli deck. It's a beautiful deck. Make sure I got all the cards out of here. And of course, we're starting this series with the life path number of 1. So if you're here, you have a life path number of 1, and if for some reason you are not sure how to get your life path number, you add up all the digits of your birth date, your full birth date, in order, and then you reduce them down. You keep adding those digits together. So for instance, if your digits all added up to the number 24, you would then add the 2 and the 4 together, which would give you a life path number of 6. So I'll have instructions for that in the video descriptions below, but let's get started with my ones. I am a life path number 1, which is really funny because my birthday has a bunch of 9s in it, and 9s are actually my power number, but the way they add up, I'm a life path number of 1, and it totally makes sense for me. So let's get started. Someone just said 5 cards, so we're going to lay out 5 cards. It's already talking. It's already talking. Let me lay these cards down. Something said no. I want to do it. I, which often resembles the number 1. So life path number 1 is definitely about leadership energy. So there's usually a lot of I energy involved in that. Let's see what your cards have to say about you on this life path. It's kind of referencing childhood in this card with the 3 of Pentacles. So it was bringing me a song that I did a dance to when I was a little girl and I was taking dance classes. And that is a song by the Monkees, which is I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. Saying, I'm not your stepping stone. That's what it was doing. But it's bringing it more to me about the idea of like me being a child in dance classes, surrounded by others who support me, which is often represented in a 3 of Pentacles. It's usually about some teamwork, some skill, people applying their talents collectively towards one idea and acting as stepping stones for each other to get through life, right? So when you're on a dance team or in a dance class, you have to work with the other dancers in your group to create one overall piece. You have to listen to the instructors or the coaches that are guiding you, the teachers in life, right? But it's also reminding me very much of how I was always one of those folks when I was younger that wanted to be the leader, wanted to be front and center, very much like this figure in the card. And it wasn't just a desire, a want to be front and center, a desire to be noticed, a desire to be a leader. It was like a desire to be the best, a desire to be the person that is admired for being the best, someone who actually is striving to do their best, like, right, they can walk the walk and talk the talk, and that's very much what I get off this 3 of Pentacles. So as much as there is a recognition of the people around you that helped you become the front and center of attention in your life, people with a life path number 1 are very much going to often have the center of attention. They are natural born leaders. They drive and strive to be the best, and it's saying there needs to be a healthy acknowledgement of the people around you that helped get you to this point. But it's also stating very much that from the very beginning, as a child, you took those stepping stones, you took those leaders, you took those helpers, you took those guides in life, and you made the best of it. You used the stepping stones that were given to you. And being a leader, being a life path number one, you are often very much a stepping stone, a helping hand for other folks. And very much so in these creative ways. She's got music, she's got a paintbrush, right? So, something just said fashion forward, like setting trends, right? You're a leader, you're blazing the trail very often, but it's also because other people are helping you to do so. Yes. Look at it talking to me. I'm a Virgo, so a Nine of Pentacles is always a Virgo card. Look at how these pentacles continue to make a trail. That's okay, there it goes. It said that's the past. And this is very much a representation of a present and moving into the future, which is represented back here. Ah, nice. It's talking about specifically art history, which makes sense because this is a Botticelli deck. So in a lot of paintings throughout all kinds of art history, the landscapes that are in the background of a painting are often analogous to a representation of heaven, right? The life beyond, the beautiful vision of what the world could be like. Right now, this person has their robe kind of gathered very much like they are a gatherer, like they're out in the forest gathering things. And that's where you might, it's something just said the word meager. There might be some meager resources at this time, but this is a Nine of Pentacles. It said frugal, like you're very good at being frugal because it's just, you take everything one thing at a time. It's really stressing that number one for you guys, but it's because you know that life is comprised of all these stepping stones. You also know that where things might be meager at this time in the present, there's always a better vision for the future. It's saying vision, visionary. You're a visionary life path number one. You are always looking ahead at what comes next, what step comes next, what future comes next. And yet you're very grounded in this present moment. It's just saying, something just said, like, you make the best of every moment, right? That's one thing. And that's what I'm saying, the best. Like, life path number one really strives to be the best at everything. It is ingrained in their nature. But it's not just being the best for all of this pride and reward and stuff. It's like, you just gotta be number one. There can be pride and there can be ego involved in these things. Like, don't get it wrong. But like a true core life path number one, they want to be the best, but it's really for a lot of altruistic reasons because they want to be able to just do these things and they want to be able to master the energies that are presently in their life. They feel like if they're not the master of the energies around them at that present moment, then they're not doing something right. Something is off track. And that's why they're always striving to be the best. Moving forward, there are bright hopes and visions for the future, and you continue to do your best moving forward, taking it one step at a time. Ah, yes. That makes total sense. This is talking about like the distant future, like old age with the Hierophant here. Very much what you yourself would become, life path number one. It was talking about like heaven and this vision of the future. You very much become more spiritually inclined, more wise and knowledgeable as you age and grow older. You literally become a leader. This is like a pope. This is like a priest, right? They lead others. They tell others how they should do things or what is going to please, source energy. And we're not going to get into all the details about a priest and blah, 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 blah. But if you just look at it as a archetype, right? They are a spiritual leader. They are someone that people go to for wisdom and advice and blessings and help. And just anytime you need a priest or a pastor or a elder, a wise ancestor, a fatherly figure, that kind of deal, right? That's what you're becoming, life path number one. And that's what you want to be. That's what you want to be, because that's the whole thing. It just said the word esteem. Like, there's a lot of esteem that comes with this point in your life, which is much later on. And that's why at these phases, you're just doing what you can, because you know. It's talking about evolution, the evolution of a life path number one. It's like, you just know that your real prime is like later on, once you've achieved this vision, once you've worked your way through this life path. As a leader, as a number one, you've got to blaze the trail for a lot of folks. And because of that, it just, I just did video game language, just said you get a lot of experience points. And it was 10-4 on the clock. You get a lot of experience points for the things that you do as a life path one. And that's where it just got you leveling up. Like, your older years, you're going to be such a beautiful crone, a wise sage. Like, you're going to be amazing. And people are going to really look up to you for that. That's when you've really ultimately achieved the potential of your life path. Five of Swords. There's a 5-5 pattern right here, though, in the middle. This is this person reflecting. So this is like, okay, it's, wow, pile one. Or I said pile one, life path number one. This is like your future self talking to you about the life experiences that they've already been through. Things that you haven't gone through yet. Yeah, this is your future self very much speaking to you at this time. It said it gets lonely at the top. So it gets lonely at the top. The color and shade of this woman's dress, let me hold it up because the light's kind of hitting it. So the color and shade of this woman's dress very much reflects the robe on the Hierophant. Giving it to me almost like there's a journey from two different sides going within, which totally makes sense with the Hierophant, right? Life path one, you might slowly over the years just go more and more within yourself until you evolve and become this Hierophant energy. It gets lonely at the top. It said there are people and things that you will have to cut out of your life path number one. Whoo, my finger is buzzing, y'all. Like, I was touching that and it's like it was buzzing. You're gonna have to cut some people and things out of your life, or you will not make it to this tier of your energy. It's not that you ain't gonna make it. It's not like, you know, it ain't nothing like that. It's just you will not reach your peak highest evolution. Did you see that finger twitch? You will not reach your peak highest evolution. Which is very much like goddess energy. It's showing me his hand, which is doing like the 2-finger blessings. You see that with Jesus all the time. I was just reading about this the other day, though. That is also known as like the hand of the goddess in Egypt, or there was another culture. I was just reading, I was looking up Hamsa's, the Jewish 5-finger, it's not just Jewish, but anyway, I was looking up Hamsa signals, and then it was showing me the blessing hand, but it's also related to the goddess. That's what I mean. This is a androgynous priest figure. This is very much like, it could be male or female. This is your goddess hand. This is your blessing, your Jesus symbol of power, right? Your blessing hand. You will not reach that full goddess, God on earth, healer, wise leader potential that is here in your life path if you do not cut some things out of the way. Woo, it just meant, wow, it just brought up a friend. I was talking to a friend literally yesterday, and they were talking about their dreams. I'm all about dreams. And her dreams have been very much looking like this head on a plate type of action. So she just mentioned it. So it brought it back to me that there's signs and synchronicities everywhere that will show you where and who to cut. So if you're worried about this, like, all of that's going to be made clear on your path. She has cleared the path with the sword. She's cut down a tree. She cut down a person. She got her handmaiden with it. It said, "They're my best friend." Yeah, like your best friends, the best friends and the people that are supposed to stay in your life are on your side, on your team, are loyal and will be there for as long as they need to. They will help you hide the body. If there is anybody else in your path, though, that needs to be cleared, you must clear them. And just remove them from your life, remove them from your circle, because they can't come with you to the top. They can't come with you to this next phase of life. And that's where there are big changes here in your life path with this 5-5 pattern. There is a pattern here that will make itself known, that needs to be broken, that is part of your life path to evolve through. There are people that must be removed from your life in order to achieve your ultimate potential. This last card. 4 of Pentacles. I don't often pull this card. Give me a second with this one. Here, let me hold it up. Just brought me another dream. This one's actually mine, though. I had a dream, this was years ago, though. And I was inside of this white-walled fortress. And I was wearing this, like, white gown with, like, a jacket and a hood. Like, it was a really extravagant outfit. And I was wading knee-deep through the water. And everything within these walls was, like, I guess you could say it was kind of like my kingdom. Which there was, like, these homeless guys over here, like pointing near like a barrel fire and everything. And that's what this guy kind of reminds me of. It reminds me of someone out of that dream that's just like people in need, right? Homeless people, people that are less fortunate than you, things like that. There's these people that you need to nurture and protect. And yet there is this advice coming off of this card that's like, you have to understand that at some point in time, you might have to walk away from some of these people, because there's just as much value in the lessons of leaving them to help themselves as there is being helpful for others. You can leave, thank you, Spirit is talking, these coins right here, right? These are more of the stepping stones that it's like you've left behind stepping stones to help this person get a better grasp on their life, their path, their money, whatever is needed. But you might have to just move on with your path. You can leave the stepping stones, but if these people aren't going to actually walk across them or pick them up, or these are slightly out of order, whereas these are all in a line, right? And that's what it's saying. It's like you can give people the puzzle pieces, you can give them the stepping stones, you can give them the things that they need to work on themselves, get their lives in order, and follow your lead. But if they're not going to pick them up, if they're not going to take the time to put themselves or their life path in order, if they're not going to follow what you have to say or lead your example, right? Leading by example. If they're not going to follow that, then those are the folks that you might have to leave behind. It's not about you shouldn't give to homeless people. You shouldn't spend your money or waste your energy or time on these people. These people are naturally gravitating into your energy field because you are meant to become this Hierophant. You need them for your own soul evolution as much as they need you for their soul evolution. And I was saying soil there, so I mean, it's like you are the soil. You help plant the seeds, but you're not the whole freaking plant for these people. You're not meant to be the giving tree for these people. You are a leader. You set the foundations, you give them the pieces, you give them the seeds. If they're not going to follow or do what you suggest in life, or if they're just not following your general life path, you might have to walk away from these people, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is part of your soul evolution. A priest will accept anyone that comes to the church doors and offer them sanctuary and opportunities to help themselves and shelter and food when needed. I'm going to take these 3 cards because they just kind of shuffled out of here. But if someone were to start overstepping their bounds, taking from the church, or just kind of like using the church as shelter but not giving back or doing what the priest advised, like, hey, why don't you join us here and volunteer helping these other people here? We've got a job board. Why don't you apply to some jobs? Here, we've got housing. You can help build a new house for yourself. Like, if you're not willing to do those things, then that's when the priest is going to be like, okay, well, you need to go somewhere else, right? You've overextended your help. We gave you spiritual shelter and advice, and now you're not using it. So that's where it's okay to let those people go. God is guiding them somewhere else. The universe is guiding them somewhere else. And he's guiding you somewhere else. Let's get these last 3 cards on this life path. This is beautiful. I really like this reading. That was funny. That was so funny. So here's 2 more pentacles right here, right? And there's all these pentacles, and it's like there's a piece missing where these should have connected, and that's when it came down here. It was like this person, almost like a mom or a teacher's voice went, now where did I put those 2 pentacles, right? Because they're gathering stuff. And they were like, where did I put those 2 pentacles? Those 2 pentacles went to these adorable little satyr boys who are out here, these little pan boys who are out here just kind of being mischievous. There's some things to balance when it comes to the pentacles in your life, and that's one thing that you discover. You're very much a task-oriented, busy person, always doing something to help supply for others or nurture others. You could very much be a teacher. You could definitely be like a parent. But I get the feeling that you're someone who's working, if not with kids, then you consider a group of people you work with like your babies, and you're always like, right, that's where you're like, now where did I put those? And right, they're joking with you, they're kind of messing with you. Yeah, they cost you some time and money and energy, but you love them. They're just so damn cute. That's very much the vibe I'm getting off here. Where people taught you as a child, you are now the teacher and doing the same for others. And so there's that connection to the beginnings of your life path and who you are currently now, how that led to the person you are. And look, this person, this little boy's got a jousting stick. It kind of looks like the paintbrush that she's wearing up here. So it's like you're trying to magnify and pass on your talents to others, and you see that talent continuing with them, right? I'm gonna do this one next. 8 of Pentacles. Whoo, we just got a Britney Spears song in here. It said, you better work, bitch. That's what I'm saying. Look, that's what this woman right here is saying to this guy. That's what this person is saying. You are a very hard worker. You have to be as a leader. Like, people are always following you and watching you and taking note of what you're doing. You have no choice. In order to be the best, in order to be that leader position, in order to guide others and be number one, you have to constantly be working on yourself, on your practices, on your pentacles, and how you manage all of this in the world. You ain't got time for lazy, stingy people who don't want to get up and do what they need to do. And that's where those aren't the people for you to lead. Those aren't the people you need to focus your time and energy on. Look, you can make this 4 of Pentacles double instantly by moving on somewhere. Do you see that? You can make this 4 of Pentacles double instantly by moving on to something else, that and to people who are more focused. There are other people that are more focused and can produce more. And that's the whole thing. When you apply this lesson to your life, you move on to people who are more willing to listen and apply the lessons that you've got. And the evidence shows there's 8 pentacles, there's 4 pentacles. They literally double it. If this isn't about other people, then it's about you and your finances. If you are struggling, if there are people in your life that are blocking you and your abundance because they're unwilling to pick up the pieces and do what they need to do and get their things in order, move on, because it will instantly, like the moment you shift away from that, you get to focus more, you get to be doubly abundant, you attract more people who are more abundant in your life, and you get to work with people who are willing to apply these lessons that you're teaching. Look at all these pentacles too. Do you see this? Pentacles, pentacles. You got some swords in here, and then you got this Hierophant. You are very much about mastering this real world realm. However, you're doing it through that inner spiritual path as well. Like, you are meant to be here on this earth plane, life path number 1. There's no doubt about it. The pentacles in here alone are stating that. It said came here. You came here, you are meant to be here. Because something just said, because you are very needed. You are much needed as a guide on this earth plane. Some of you are doubting if you are a guide to others. You might not be completely yet, but it's there in your evolution. But one of your major life lessons, life path number 1, is to walk away from those who are wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your money, and not picking up the pieces you are dropping, right? There are other people who will and who can. What's this final card here in regards to this kind of final evolution state and this overall message as your life path? You have the Knight of Cups. There were several references that just came through here. Number 1, it started singing the Willy Wonka song, World of Imagination, right? The Knight of Cups is always inviting you somewhere. So it said, come with me and you'll see to a world of pure imagination, right? But it was also very much giving me like the prince out of Sleeping Beauty and like every fairy tale, every little Disney princess movie you've ever seen. You are this Knight of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. It just said Holy Grail. Like, you're always in search for the Holy Grail. You're always inviting others to join you on that search for the Holy Grail of life. And that's where you're very much a lover of life. You're very much a lover of spirit. You're very much a lover of this life path and this earth and the people you're surrounded by. Not always, not like all day, every day, right? We still get fed up. But you are, this Hierophant is talking and said, you are a Knight of the Lord. What kind of knight are you? You are a Knight of Cups, which therefore gives you the energy of, yes, a lover of things. You are a lover of life. You are a lover of people. You are a lover of the earth. You are a lover of everything on this earth plane that is here for us and all the beauty that surrounds us. You are a lover especially of higher spirit and that inner path to wisdom and knowledge. You are a lover of your position as a leader. You are a lover of the people that follow you and work hard with you. And he's got a suit of gold armor, that's the whole thing. It's like all these pentacles, all this gold. It's like you worked very hard to create who you are. But you were always made this way. And then very much it's like you get to retire from, quote unquote, being on the road of life to becoming something that's very stable and like set and almost like tenured, it just said, like how a professor has tenure, right? Or a priest, like they've been at a church for so many years, and so they have a congregation. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like you get to go from just being like, hey, you guys follow me, like being recognized as someone who is a leader, to like really being the leader. Really being the leader. It just gave me a one last song. It gave it to me like the song out of Disney's animated version of Peter Pan. We're following the leader, the leader, the leader. We're following the leader wherever he may go. That one. That's what I mean. It's like right now, some people still see you as very young. So like you can be that Peter Pan figure leading all the little lost boys, lost people along. But that's where your energy just isn't quite there yet. Whoever's watching this, your energy is not quite at that point. You're still young in your life. So some people might not give you that, thank you, Spirit. It's talking about the frustrations that you get on your life path. Some people aren't giving you the respect and recognition that you always deserve. And very much has to just do with age. And I think that's the one big frustrating thing, life path ones, is that you know what you were born for and destined for. You can feel it innately that from the beginning you were born to be the best. You've always been working to be the best. But there's a lot of things that you don't get respect for, and it has to do because you're young and you're sweet and you're nice and you're like the knight that leads the quest to the Holy Grail. So you're always bringing everyone along, healing people, saying the right things, just trying to be a good energy overall. If you ain't getting that respect, if people ain't picking up what you're putting down, move on, because that's an important lesson in your life path. They will all follow you one day as that leader. They might not recognize you or see you as a leader right now. They only see you as this knight energy, this more youthful, but yes, persevering and leader-like energy. But one day they're going to recognize you and see you for what you are. And you are blessed and will continue to bless and will be blessed to everyone and everything that surrounds you. You are a blessing, life path number 1. And that's where it just gave me a witchy thing, and it just said, I am the spell, right? Like, yes, I am the magic. I am the spell. I am the life path number 1. I keep saying I. Remember, I leads to that number 1. I, me. I am the magic. I am the spell. I am the leader. Like, yes. You need to do some I am affirmations. Those should be really powerful for you. They're powerful for everyone, but seriously, as a life path number 1, like, I am affirmations, y'all. I am affirmations. Those are made for you. Woo, I love that. That's what I got for you guys. Let me know how that resonates for you. I'm going to continue slowly releasing the rest of the life path numbers, but I really enjoyed doing this life path number 1 reading. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. Donate as you see fit. All of that information is below. I will catch you guys on the next batch of readings. Thank you so much. Bye.